welcome. Oh my gosh. Wow. Did you see the streaker in the crowd in that one, Omar? There's a guy streaking. And he's been tackled
it's a friend of mine.
and apprehended.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, there he goes. Well, there goes your friend.
He's dead.
It's a live feed.
So what was it, one of your top 8 on MySpace? Was that a close friend?
Yeah, that was Tom, actually.
That was Tom.
Yeah, that was actually Tom.
Wow, how the mighty have fallen. He shows up to a fake audience on our podcast, Tom. You can do better. Hey, everybody, welcome to ABCD. I am your sub-host this week. I am your co-host. Mm-hmm. So before we go any further, allow me to introduce you to our host, a guy whose social media posts are so shareable, they call him the human popular man virus. Omar Najam! I'm not proud of that
one. We don't check in with each other about these intros, and maybe we probably should, because everyone, I'd like to welcome your co-host. Somebody call Dr. Fauci because he's going viral. It's Sandeep Parikh.
Bam. By that, I was like, did you also do a human papilloma virus? Bad pun
Get
joke?
a load of this
that would
petri
be
dish.
Insane. Oh my gosh. Inoculate yourself from this guy. All right. Yeah. Well, hey, look, as you guys all know, probably at this point, or if you don't, then you're going to know now, our co-host and host status switches based upon who won last week. And so won the sort of mini game that we do in the show. And Omar, yeah, so you're the top dog here. You're the chief.
By a Fleetwood Mac landslide, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you crushed. What's the reference? I don't know.
It's just a song. It's just the song Landslide. That was not a joke.
Okay. Yes, Landslide. Yes, that's the. I was like, is there a specific number that you won by? And it's a Fleet. Okay, I'm an idiot.
The Fleetwood Mac number.
Right.
Yeah, I heard some rumors about that.
Our show. First of all, before I continue, can we hear Delvin? Can everybody hear Delvin? I don't want to have that same problem we had last time, Delvin. Do we all hear you on this show?
We did. We checked that before we were live. That has been resolved currently
glorious.
Until OBS decides to change it again.
Glorious. All right, perfect. Hey, well, listen. Our show. So Delvin is our technical director. You give it up for Delvin. I mean, we love it. Can someone streak for Delvin in the audience? Can we get another streaker out here? Can we release Tom for a moment?
Oh, that was the founder of Friendster. Thank you.
Oh, Bill? I don't know who that was.
Yeah, okay. Bill? All right.
Bill, our show, ABCD, is American Born Chatty Desis. It's a podcast with a live stream within our 2 lives as American Born Desis. It's a pod duckin'. Delicious, creamy, meaty. It's all the adjectives you want. This is for anyone out there who, like us, are navigating our cultural identities, just want to chat it out.
That's right.
Chat it out.
That is right. So usually on ABCD, we have a strict format that we like to stick to, but this time we're throwing all of that out the window.
Get out of here.
All of it out the window.
Get out format.
For those who don't know, one of Sandeep's stand-up clips went viral. That's why we made all those great jokes at the top. It garnered over 1.4 million views on Instagram. And let's just say it's kind of share fare of trolling comments. Yeah.
Share
so
fare.
We're going to do a brand new segment called Whoops, We Read the Comments, and we're going to comment on the comments.
Yeah, never read the comments, but we're going to do it anyway. That's right. Following in our parents' footsteps as best we can, we feed everyone that comes into our purview, including the trolls. We love to feed the trolls. We got to do it. It's our Desi way. We're going to give them some snacks, some chai. So we're going to read those comments. We're going to discuss if they have any validity in terms of the disdain they have for my general being. And then we're going to rate them, maybe in terms of heart wrenches, in terms of gut punches, or whatever, or whatever dumb rating system we, come up with off the cuff there. We'll have fun with that.
And then we're going to do our Desi of the week, and then the dumb pod.
Uh-oh. Did I freeze or did Omar freeze?
And one more thing.
Wait, Omar, you froze. You got to go back. Take it again, and we'll take it from then.
I'm back. And then we're going to do our Desi of the week, and then ba-bum, podcast is over. You can live the rest of your life on the front page of Reddit like Sandeep.
That's right. Oh, and one more thing. Well, I should post to Reddit. That's a good point. One more thing. We do have this. So the follower number started to creep up here, getting close to that 10K mark, which is very sexy. So, you're supposed to say this. That's okay. I'm going to say it anyway. We're currently at 9,897. If we reach, is that where we're at? If we reach 10,000, we're just going to do an extra 7 minutes. That's right. 7 whole minutes. What is that? 130. Wait, 7 times what's 7 times 6 again? 42.
Yep.
420.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right?
Seconds.
Oh my gosh, that's not right. I don't think that's is that the right number.
No, we're
going
to do 420. Just because it's such a funny number. 420.
So
seconds.
Funny. So funny, you guys. Of rapid fire podcast based solely on the suggestions from our live chat. That's right. You, the live chat, you're going to come in. You're going to give us ideas, and then we're going to pretend to be experts on whatever those ideas are. We like this.
We love it.
Like this. If we get to 10K, we'll see. We got 100 to go ish.
We can do it. Let's do it. Folks, pull out your phones and start texting your friends.
Yeah, text your friends. Get them on the Instagram. Why not? Let's do it right here. Hey, we got sponsors. You know that, Omar?
I didn't. Tell me more.
Well, the same ones we had last week, so it's weird that you didn't know. First is DesiQuest, which is an actual play TTRPG set in the South Asian mythological inspired universe built by Jasmine, that bronze girl Buller. She is the GM, game master of the show. It's got a crazy good cast. It includes Critical Role darling Anjali Bhimani, Dimension 20 darling Rekha Shankar, and these two darlings, me and the Omar-ness. And so for more info on that and to get on our mailing list, please hit up DesiQuest.com, DesiQuest.com, because nobody knows how to spell .com, right? Or click the link in our show notes. And then our next sponsor, right? It's you. Oh, man. Yeah, that's right. In this case, it's very true. We have Patreons that help us keep the lights on. I'll be singing to you in the credits as per the Patreon level that you're on. I'll be singing your name. So if you want to hear that voice ring out your name, this beautiful, sultry voice, then head on over to patreon.com/EffinFunny, EFFIN funny, and join the joy.
There it is. So before we get to our new segment, whoops, we read the comments. Why don't we do a quick chakra check-in just to center ourselves?
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
There it is. One breath in, one breath out. We should do it twice more, but we don't got time. So, no. Sandeep, your post has been doing numbers, pal.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Real numbers.
Seeing some numbers. Yeah, it's been really great. I love numbers.
Are you driven? Are you driven by numbers? Are you driven by stats?
Well, I think this is the perfect thing to chakra check in because you can see the beast, like kind of forming within your body, and like I'm like checking it all the time, because like once something starts to take off, it's really hard to go on with the rest of your life without feeling like I need to know if that number has hit 10, which is why we're doing a podcast where I'm looking at the fucking follower count in front of my face as I'm talking, not go up, and then a little piece of me dies inside. And you just get caught. You're in the waves. you know, of the ups and downs. You're reading the comments. You're starting to get all the flurry of negative and positive energy being like, people are just like praising you like crazy and then trying to tear you down the next instant. And it's really it's just, I don't know. It feels like when the people do the lie detector tests and then they're like, they know they're lying and it goes like crazy. Like you feel like, I'm in one of those moments. Like I'm on this trip in Washington, D.C. with my family, and I the urge to check my phone is like tripled. It's awful. It's terrible.
Got it.
It's terrible. And
Got it.
And literally, I'm doing the clip is already out there. Like my job is done. The algorithm is taking it over. There's nothing that my checking it is going to do to help or hurt this, but the beast. The craving monster that wants more and more and more gets really like, a spike, a double espresso, and it's like, let's do this. Let's see numbers. It's crazy. It's crazy. Have you had that experience? I mean, what about with Quarter Fade Flowers or like some of your Twitter, your tweets there, your Twitter tweets?
Yeah.
Do some numbers.
One time the first time I think one of my tweets just went out into the world, like a child going off to school. I had a fever and I just posted something that made no sense.
Yeah. He had a fever.
Was just like going off. Yeah.
So your internet jumped a little bit in and out there, Omar. I think it caught a fever itself. So what was that you were saying?
My internet was feverish. Just like I had a fever, so I just posted something that made no sense about talking to a child I didn't have, using emojis, and then it just turned really dark, and then I went to sleep for like 18 hours.
Wow.
Because I was sick.
Yeah. But were you checking your thing?
It was... after that, I started to check it, but it was like to a certain. It was weird because then it was like it got to folks who I really admired, like a lot of like my nerd heroes were commenting on it, and so it was just a weird thing where I was like, do I respond to them and be like, I loved Gravity Falls, or do I just go like, thanks for the like, or not acknowledge it at all? Do I just like, okay?
So what did you do? Did you respond?
A few times I did. Scott McCloud is the author of books about writing comics, and I was just like, hey, sorry, real quick, I do have to break the bit. I'm a huge fan. And he was like, well, I'm a huge fan of yours now. And I was like, please not for this. Please let it be for something I actually did. Not for this. Not like
for
this. For
your 140 character accomplishment, I now also deem you an equal as me.
I'll see you at the Eisner Awards. Like, no, it's not happening. But that's the thing. Mine is always like something silly.
Yeah.
It's always yours is work. Like yours is something you do. Yours is being recognized for your craft. How does that make you feel? That you did something, for good comments or for bad comments that is resonating with people, that people are responding to. How does that make you feel?
Well, let me bring it to the chakras because the chakras, see, that's already going to be an issue in the comments. It's how we mispronounce things. That's already going to be a thing. We're not Indian enough to comment, to even say the word chakra. Because I think it goes right into that heart chakra for me. And it's, I can feel it there because it's, this is our, obviously our emotional center. And I think for me, it's like the wave analogy is actually a good one where like, when you are your better self and I think not riding along the waves and you're a little bit more like the witness to all the action that's happening and neither kind of taking it for good or for ill in terms of your own personal ego, like then you're like underneath the waves, like you're deeper in the ocean. Yeah. And you're like kind of a little bit calmer down there, but like it's very easy to kind of to plop up to the surface again and go up and down with it. I think that like it's I'm not even sure if I'm necessarily answering your question, but like I guess it's important to remember that the numbers do not a career make. We lost Omar.
Just lost Omar.
Wow, this has just been a technical delight.
Anyway. I don't want you to waste your juice.
This has been a technical delight. Do we need to do any sort of like while we are broken here? Do we need to do like any sort of a reset for Omar? And then...
I mean, with him dropping in and out, he clearly is refreshing on his end to get in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's up with his
real
machine
boy.
is just like struggling everything right now.
Am I back?
Omar, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I cannot hear him. Can you hear him?
I cannot hear him. Somehow he is transmitting video to his private link, but not in the control room where I talk to you. I don't know how that's happened.
I don't know if he can hear us.
I can hear you.
Omar can hear me.
Oh.
Are you by chance using Safari or something? You wouldn't use Safari. You're not a Mac guy.
You wouldn't dare.
You
wouldn't debase yourself.
You can't just inflict Safari on another machine that didn't have it. So I mean, I'm getting Omar's video for the stream, even though he's not in the control room.
That's weird. Maybe just totally close it out and cut in it and hop on back in. What's chat saying?
He's in.
Do
he's
I
in the room.
exist again? Am I real?
Yep.
You exist.
Am I real?
And so you were able to hear Sandeep, but you weren't able to hear me.
Yes, but chat could hear me.
Chat could hear you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you were because like your private link that goes into OBS out to stream, that one was still working. But the way that you talk to me and Sandeep is being in the control room. And somehow you managed to only connect to one. I don't know how you did that.
Delvin, if you can do me a favor and note this time code, because I don't have any ability to know anything about the time code.
Throw
I don't know if
here.
Yeah, great. Glorious. So. Thank you, live stream audience, for hanging out and bearing with us as we...
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
So
Sean's
deal with like virus.
Sean's going to suddenly cut to just like a one-up of one of you here for some reason in the middle of this conversation. And no one will be any wiser.
Because of all the tech issues, I would love to tack on, even if you got to duck out, Sandeep, 2 minutes. I'll do a rapid fire. I'll do a little rapid fire.
Great.
A little Costco sample.
No, listen, I'll stay too, buddy. I can do the 2 minutes. So for those of you excited to, do 2 minutes of choppy internet rapid fire with.
But the 2 minutes only counts down while you're connected. If your internet goes down, the timer stops. Yeah. Omar, just be aware what you're doing.
It's like when like a restaurant like totally just like like there's a rat tail in my food. They're like, don't worry, you know what? We're gonna bring you a whole extra meal on us, and you're like, no, I think I'm good.
This one will have more rat tail, sir.
Yeah, exactly. You can eat here for the rest of your life for free, sir. Like, no, I'm gonna pass. All right, let's. What's a good place to pick this up? I was kind of rambling anyway.
I'll ask one more follow-up question.
Okay, great. Yeah, good.
Okay, so let me ask you a.
Are you kidding me, Omar?
This is a cursed stream.
Here we go. We could do it.
All right,
I'm back.
Everybody back to one?
Okay, you're back. Yep.
All right.
Let me ask you a crown chakra question, Sandeep.
Please, let's get into that crown.
Do you want this to happen again?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, great.
But I want it to happen again. I don't want to be like a slave to the outcome of it, or like what, like the thing that I like to do is actually capture the feeling, like the good feelings from it, and like just kind of like live there for a minute, like breathe in that, and not necessarily crave the more, not be like, oh my God, I gotta do it again, and just like keep going with the process. Like I enjoy sharing my clips. I think it's, good for my career. But I don't want to worry that another one's not going viral, or when it does, also be like having that urge to check it every 5 minutes.
Right.
Like I hope I'm cooler the next time. I mean, like, look, it's not my first time ever going viral. Like, you know, in the Guild and Legend of Neil and some other stuff that I've created has done numbers in the past, and that always felt really good. But it's the first time in this like kind of new, like the newer world of it, like the Instagram world of it, that I haven't, you know, really experienced that. And so, yeah, I just want to be like cooler about it and not have it sort of, dig into any of my chakras, like, or have any affect any of that, really. So
I love that.
That's what I hope for. That's what I hope for.
Fantastic. Well, now that we've done the full check-in, should we move on to our new segment?
I think we should.
All right.
Goddamn should.
Time for Whoops, we read the comments. And now we're going to comment on them.
Why don't we play the actual video first?
Okay.
That did the little viral thing. Delvin?
Let's do it.
Hit it.
Who wants to be let in on a little Indian secret? Good. So Namaste doesn't mean what you think it means. I know your yoga teacher, Celestia, will have you believe... Oh, you guys all take the same class. Cool. That, you know, it's like, oh, it's the divine light inside of me sees and recognizes the divine light inside of you, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful sentiment. It's just not how us Indians use the term. For my family, it means this. Sup. It's like second definition. Hey. Just like a casual hello. And so here's what's really happening at the end of our yoga sessions. I've been Celestia. Follow me on Instagram. Everybody take a deep breath together as a class. What's up? And what's up to you? And a what's up to you?
So... I now almost hate that joke because I've heard it so much because of the constant checking of the numbers. But what are your comments? What would your comments be on that bit, Omar?
Hilarious, and thank God someone's saying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, you know, of course, everybody wants praise, but I was kind of hoping for a lot of like, I feel like as an Indian dude or Indian American dude going into these yoga classes, which I love, by the way, I do yoga 3 times a week. I go to hot yoga. I love yoga. I've been doing yoga since I was a kid. I love it. And I do genuinely love everybody's passion for it. I think it's funny that many of the very kids that used to make fun of me for all the weird Indian shit that I did as a kid growing up are now the very ones that are like, so I heard your dad teaches training for yoga. Like, can I get a discount for taking class with him? Like, I'm like, wait, you bullied me for this as a kid. You're not allowed to get a discount. Fuck off, Nathan.
Well, now I need you.
Yeah. And it's just funny. But I enjoy that it's like kind of gotten out to the world. I mean, I think anybody who does yoga is like wants more people, is like the world would be a better place kind of if more people did yoga. So I hope nobody feels discouraged from the joke. But I did think it was always funny that people would end the class with Namaste because it's always been traditionally a greeting in my life. So that was the general joke. Yeah. Now, some of the comments, not so.
Okay, let's get into it.
Not so much. Let's get into it. Well, Delvin, why don't you hit us with some comments and then we'll react to them. All right. So this first one. Why don't you read them, Omar? Because on my screen I can't really read them.
I also here. Let me expand my bad boy here. All right. The comment here is, I'm sorry that you think it's funny to devalue the spirituality of your own culture. I'm sad that you think it's funny because you have internalized someone else's voice and judgment of you in any event. Namaste is the spiritual meaning, and I sincerely wish you all the best. Peace, brother. Peace. Peace.
Well, that's nice at the end. That's nice. See, I'm gonna like, I like. There's the critique at the beginning and the like. This broad claim that I'm devaluing the spirituality.
Yeah. It's no, Sandeep.
That-
don't. I'm a line in the sand. Anyone who says I'm sorry and doesn't mean it is just the pettiest possible person. So wishing you the best,
fair.
it doesn't mean anything because you've
Wait,
already tried to
you
shit the
telling
bed
me-
in the beginning.
Are you telling me he doesn't wish me the best? Hold on a second, because I take everything at face value.
to so thoroughly say things that you don't mean and then try to have your point understood is the wildest sort of paradox that you could come into a conversation with,
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
it's opposite
right.
day. Anyway, I'm right. And you're like, what?
Yeah. It's funny. So there's a lot of these. There's a lot of these kind of things, and I was expecting that more from this podcast than I was from this particular stand-up clip. But I do think there's probably some of it because of the way I frame it, right? Like some of the framing of it is like, Indians use it this way, and people are like, wait, I'm Indian and I don't use it that way. He's trying to speak for me, and he's got a white guy voice. Is like kind of what. So he's got a Western voice. How dare he? So look, and then my favorite though is the follow-up. The follow-up is from Jiffrey, Jffrry. Shout out to him because I found the comment. He goes, "Oh, found Celestia's IG account." So I did not feel the need to clap back on this one because Jeffrey did the job for us. I think.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Jeffrey, we love you and appreciate you. And look, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna get angry at as I said, I love yoga. I'm not gonna start throwing hate or spewing hate at these trolls. I just think it's funny when someone is talking about like the spiritual meaning of something is so beautiful as Namaste is, of course, derived from this meaning of the of bowing to someone and respecting, and it is generally used in a respectful manner. It is also used casually, at least around my family. Like maybe not like it's not. Of course, it's not sup. I know. I hate to break it to the hardcore believers in my stand-up, the people who took it as gospel. But yeah, if you do look up the Sanskrit Oxford English Dictionary or the Sanskrit Merriam-Webster's, it does not actually say sup as the definition. They got me there. It does have a spiritual derivation. But I think it's funny that people would be like, fuck you, man. You're not getting the spirituality where like someone's angry about something. So like, I think maybe you're not getting the spirituality right. Possibly.
It's like in Star Wars when they're like, anger leads to the dark side, you idiot. Do you understand that? And you're like, you're yelling.
Yeah. But he did wish, like I said, they did wish me all the best. I'm going to take that to mean that they did really wish me all the best.
Okay.
Because they did write sincerely. And we all know when they do that, that I think they're like, listen, so I'm going to give them only, what's our metric for this? 3
It's your own
out
metric
of 5.
on every comment. Doesn't even have the same system.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them 3 out of 5 backstabs.
3 out of 5 backstabs is good. I was gonna value this one pretty low on backstabs, but I just want to check something really quickly. Give me a second.
Sure.
Here we go. Let me check
their
here.
gram.
Here we go.
Just gonna make sure that they're white guy.
Let me set the date range to the last month. Okay, here we go. I got a website that's tracking the value of our culture. It did in fact go down when you posted the video. Okay, so that's a pretty good point. So I'm actually gonna give it 4 out of 5.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, so it did actually devalue. So those of you trading in the futures of the spirituality, for Hindu culture or Indian culture, then yes, I'm so sorry to have dropped the value of it.
So
Now's
right
a
now,
great time to
Indian
buy.
Looking that up.
Now's
Indian
a great
culture
time
is
to buy.
it's officially a sell right now in Indian culture. Is that our advisement?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Wait, it's a
my
sell or
advice-
a buy? I'm getting conflicted. What is this?
Oh, if the price is
What
going
is this,
down,
Jim
then you
Cramer's-
should sell. You should sell. So become a yoga teacher. You can sell it.
I'm confused now. All right, I'm
Let's get
buying.
another one up here.
Let's get another one.
All right. With this new knowledge, there now needs to be the Indian version of the Budweiser "What's Up" commercial. Yo, Sandeep, pick up the phone. Namaste.
Okay, so this is a positive comment. Obviously, we like this comment. We like Go 5 Go for this.
Yes.
And then I wrote back, immediately driving to Budweiser offices to make this pitch. I don't know where the Budweiser offices are. I just went to Anheuser. I think, is that a place? I
Yeah.
just typed it into Google Maps and I went there.
There's,
Nobody answered.
yeah.
I had knocked on every door and no one answered.
There is a giant factory or bottling facility just off the street from the 405, and I know that because I
Oh.
pointed out when people are visiting.
Why don't I drive to Anheuser?
And when driving north, I go, oh, and that's the Budweiser spot. No one. That's it. That's what my tour is
Okay.
like.
Well, I'm going to go there and we're going to redo these commercials. I'm sure all the other commenters will love that.
Yeah. Yeah, Budweiser's really gonna pop off. Budweiser's going for like we want to tell the most toxic part of our consumer base. We hate you. And
Yeah. Well, they did have this
We
whole Bud
really
Light
want-
commercial thing, right? Wasn't there this whole Bud Light commercial thing where they like what was the commercial? I only saw the reaction to it. I actually never even saw the commercial. It was like a pro LGBT commercial.
Oh yeah, the
right?
rainbow
Isn't that-
can.
Yeah, the rainbow can. Okay,
LGBTQ.
that's what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
And then yeah, so they're we love us the Budweiser people.
There's no brown on that rainbow though. I gotta say.
We need a brown bow. Just different shades of brown rainbow. So yeah, look, the Was Up commercial, by the way, I saw that in its original form. Before it was ever I don't think it was a commercial yet. It was just
you
a
mean when
skit.
it was just the frogs in nature? Like what do you mean?
No. So before that, it was just it was a skit that these guys shot. It was like a little short skit. And it was actually put at the beginning of the movie Puddle Cruiser, which the guys who made Super Troopers, that was their first like indie film that they made as college students together. And the Broken Lizard group.
Yeah.
And they went around to colleges and they toured this movie Puddle Cruiser. And at the beginning of it, they had the Was Up skit, and it was like not a Budweiser thing at all. And then I guess that skit got discovered by someone at Budweiser, I assume, and then they turned it into a Budweiser ad campaign. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's Broken Lizard.
So the more you know, another rainbow appears. That's Broken Lizard. Yeah. I'm excited to see their new movie. Eee. Anyway, okay. Enough tangent. Let's get on to the next comment.
Well, hang on. We gotta rate this. We gotta get a final rating here.
Oh, we got to rate.
this comment.
Oh, so I'm gonna give this, a 5 out of 5 brown rainbows. That's what I'm giving it. How about you, Omar?
Amazing. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 5 brown rainbows.
Yeah, I knew you'd try to top me, you son of a bitch. All right, what's up next?
Let's see. Here we go. This comment says, "That like how goodbye came from God be with ye, and now it's twisted into bye."
Okay, so I like this comment from Burris Kamaben. I hope I'm saying your name right, Burris Kamaben. Because I think this is a good response to some of the people that are really upset that I'm devaluing the spirituality of the word Namaste, which is like words change their meaning over time and they're used in different connotations in different ways, right? Like, so goodbye. I don't think not very many people are saying God be with ye when they say goodbye anymore.
Right.
And certainly not when they're saying bye. But it would be a more beautiful sentiment if with every bye they actually were saying,
Sure.
Gotta be
Yeah.
with you.
Happy with you. Yeah, on my way out of Easter Mass in the morning. That
Yeah.
was. Bye. He's
Yeah.
risen. Bye.
I think I'm trying to think of like famous goodbyes, and now trying to. I can't think of any. My brain is fried. But God, look. The point is, or what was that skit where it was like bye bye, and then bye bye, bye bye. It was David Spade, and bye bye. You know what I'm talking about? The airplane.
Yeah.
He was like, and goodbye.
Do you think
goodbye.
David Spade was blessing us every
yeah.
time that he said that?
I think that's my point. That was exactly my point.
Yeah.
I think he was blessing us every single time. But
David Spade.
Yeah, thanks, David Spade. All right, I give this for its informational acumen, or this, the power of the information. I'm going to give it 6 out of 7 Encyclopedia Britannicas. Omar.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Omar, once again,
I believe in you,
chat.
Omar. I believe in your
here.
internet. I believe in it.
I don't.
There you are. Okay. So I gave it 6 out of 7 Encyclopedia Britannicas, which is honestly a very frustrating rating, because if you're missing one of the Encyclopedia Britannicas, that's pretty annoying. But what do you give it, Omar?
I'll give it 8 out of 7.
Oh, so you're making up for the one. So you took the one. Why do you have 2 J's? You son of a rotten human. All right.
It's a molten encyclopedia.
All right, let's go to the next comment. Okay. All right.
Here we go. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
The what's up?
Oh.
Brutal.
I hate to draw this out. I'm wondering if we need to have Omar just like go to a modem reset or something.
Yeah, maybe we do.
Omar, do you have access to the router real quick in your house to do?
Yeah. All right, we'll pick it up from this comment
back on the what's up. Yeah, let me give it a sec.
Sean's gonna love this episode. What's up, chat? Let me try to find chat on my phone. Let's see if I can do it that way.
Crystal YK said the flight attendant sketch, recognizing your David Spade reference.
Nice.
Reverend David Spade reference. Exterminate 1022 also saying it's classic. Linda Listen says bye. I think also blessing you and yours. AP Dub 71, he's gone. Wait, he's back. Oh no, he's gone. No wait, there he is. And cool show. It kind of worked out dropping off on the what's up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it kind of did. Maybe we'll keep that. Please, add another marker to this thing. Oh my gosh.
I already threw a marker for his blipping happening. I'm gonna throw another marker in when he's like actually back. Hopefully Diego is passing those on to Sean, because Sean's not grabbing them up Twitch. He won't see them.
Well, Diego's not here with us right now. He quote had a thing come up.
Oh, did he? Was it our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ rising again?
Could have been. Might have been. Might have been.
Returning my calls.
No judgment. Who, Jesus hasn't been?
Yeah, Jesus.
Ugh, he should probably change his number after the res.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like we're in the same fantasy football league. It's just like a work thing. It's like we're not that close, but we got into a
just
thing
sitting on a trade.
Well, because he kept doing that waiver wire where like he's picking somebody up and then dropping them, because like the rules on that one were like if they're not in your lineup you can drop them even though they played their game. They kept picking people up, and then the game would start, and then he'd drop them and pick somebody else up, just like try to like keep people like on the waiver cooldown. He wasn't even playing them.
Classic Jesus.
And every time I try to bring it up, he's like, "Judge not. Let's, you know what's gonna happen."
Let's not. Yeah. Oh, he always pulls that.
Yeah,
he's like, "Come on, turn the other cheek, Delvin."
And I'm not a cheek with you, man. Jesus Christ.
Hey, don't use my name in vain, he says. Then you get in trouble for that. You're up the creek. I'm trying to see if I can. Why can't I see chat in I don't ever use the Twitch thing on the phone.
Oh,
How do I see chat on
honestly,
the phone?
I would just go to, just open your browser on your phone. Just go to twitch.tv/EffinFunny/chat instead of
Oh,
opening it,
okay.
because that way you'll literally only just be chat there.
Oh, that's cool.
Exterminate pointing out that Omar dropping and coming back in is unexpectedly entertaining. So maybe we'll just have to convince
maybe
Sean
we
that
shouldn't
this
reset
is
the
part of the
modem.
podcast.
Just roll with it.
KP Chubbs agreeing. He put the sus in Jesus.
What'd you say?
Oh,
chat. Oh, chat.
So like do the regular address, but just add /chat at the end of it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yo, sup. That's what I'll chat into chat.
Also, we have crossed.
Oh fuck! I gotta sign in. God damn it.
We are at 9,900 followers.
Should I? Ooh,
Just hit that nice even number.
Nice even number. That's pretty juicy. Thank you for everybody who followed. If you hadn't followed, thank you for everybody creating dummy accounts and following with them as well. You're just as valuable to me. Should I not sign in as EffinFunny because that would mess things up?
No, that's fine. Just don't click start. Even if you click start streaming, it won't break. We figured out that you can't take it over.
Oh yeah, right. You can't.
Once I have control, it's mine.
Yeah, they got wise to that. Smart.
Look at this. So fresh and so clean.
Right?
Yes, I
Possibly.
hear you. Possibly.
I hear you, and you immediately either you froze or you're holding very still to troll us.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't see him. Do you see him?
He was here. Left.
I guess this has to be the bit now. I mean, amazing. I'm gonna have to make an "and he's gone" emote now.
And it's gone.
It's just like an animated emote of Omar like disappearing. There he is.
Look at this. So fresh and so clean.
He said that last time. Now I'm not sure if it's a repeat. Is this on a loop? What's happening right now?
Wow, look at this. So fresh and so clean.
Yep, hang on. We're replaying midway through.
I think there's a glitch in the matrix. Oh fuck, my AirPods are down to 10%. This whole thing's gonna hold. What was that noise?
I was rewinding the Omar tape back to the beginning.
There it is.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we can get this in 10%.
I'm gonna go to single earbud and charge the other one and then switch it out. See how this goes. Okay.
All right, you ready for this comment?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. The what's up in me sees and recognizes the what's up in you.
So this is a great comment. And what I love about this comment is that, by the way, I've done this joke many times now on stage, and I've added this, not because of this comment, okay? All right, I did it before this comment,
okay,
but I have added this bit at the end where, because so this is the first time I ever did this. This clip is the first time I ever did this joke on stage. And at the end of it, I go like, and it was up to you, and it was up to you. That was just like in the moment improvised. Mm-hmm. And then later I improvised, and it was up to you, and the was up inside of me sees the what's up inside of you, which got a big laugh as well. And so that's what you do. You play with the joke, you kind of see what tags do well. And so it's so beautiful to me that people saw this tag and, kind of we mind melded. So I appreciate that. And it's also something I now use in the comments a lot for people who are angry at me. I'll just say, well, the what's up inside of me sees the what's up inside of you. So I love this comment. I'm going to give it 10 out of 5 prayer hand emojis.
Oh, nice.
So
nice. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 prayer hand emojis because I don't think it's really appropriate to give more numbers than possible.
Interesting. What is that response one below? Is that something funny?
And
or is that...
this is a response that says, the divine what's up.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that one's fine.
Yeah.
It is. I like defining it. It's
I like
nice.
it with that one. You're like, yeah, that's 2 out of 5.
Well, that was kind of my response to. I had a video that I responded, and I was like, hey, look, I think the problem is that you guys are not saying sup with enough divinity with enough gravitas as you should. I think that's the problem, is that you're offended by the word sup as if it's some flippant thing, but really it means what is up, Omar. And what is up? The celestial bodies, the heavenly bodies, divinity, like all of the divine is everywhere.
Yeah.
And so really when I'm saying sup, I'm reminding you that the divine is all around. Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Reminding you of your forthcoming ascension.
More reverence to what's up, I think, is really the takeaway of this comment.
That's right. All right. Well, you've been playing a lot of the positive ones, so here comes a nice, juicy negative one. Go ahead,
Okay, here we go. Everyone buckle in. We got a paragraph. We got a little Faulkner paragraph here. Nah, your explanation of Namaste being equivalent to a what's up is just as lame as the white yoga instructor you made the butt of your joke. Namaste, namaskar, does not mean what's up regardless of how your family chooses to use the term. You really shouldn't try to preach about a culture that you may know nothing about despite of being born in an Indian family. Too many whitewashed Indians such as yourself are born and raised in the West with very little knowledge about their own culture. Not saying don't make jokes about India or us fellow Indians, but at least make an informed one. Otherwise, you end up sounding just as lame and pretentious to those of us who are born and raised in India. Namaste.
Yeah.
Prayer hands.
Namaste, prayer hands. And just checking real quick, because I have this here.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And for those who are listening to the podcast, I want to be clear. This born and raised Indian goes by the name Schmookster.
I don't think you're saying it right. Schmookster.
Schmookster. That's it.
Schmookster.
That's like getting my pronunciation judged by someone who goes by Snoochies Boochies. I would be like, that hurts so much.
He drops the namaste with the white prayer hands. That's what I wanted to check there. Yeah, no, again, I mean, look, I think I just think that you're just devaluing the spirituality of what's up.
Yes.
And that's really a shame. That's really a shame, Schmoog.
Also, the yoga instructor's not the butt of the joke. I do think that as a comedian, that's a misallocation of focus.
Oh yeah? Who do you think is the butt of the joke?
I think it's all the folks saying namaste to each other. I think it's not necessarily the instructor; it's the entire class participating in the reverence of the what's up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I was taking aim at Celestia. I'm gonna be honest. I was trying to take her down. Really, it just honestly, again, just tickled me that I was used at the end of class. That's really all I was really trying to get at. But I think I should stop trying to preach about my culture that I may know nothing about, despite being born in an Indian family. And I'm a whitewashed Indian. Yeah. I'm whitewashed. And raised in the West with very little knowledge about my own culture. I know this to be true because Schmookster said so. And that, I should not do this.
I really thought this comment was going to end with, and you stay out too late, and you drink whiskey, and you smoke cigars. Like that real 1980s, like Bollywood. Don't be poisoned. Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, stop commenting on my Instagrams.
I like that they closed.
It's not my fault you moved here to New Hampshire. It's not my fault you did that. And then taught me, or I just saw my friends and family using namaste as a greeting instead of a closing sentiment. It's not, But I think I said all I needed to say about this one.
I want to just read one last part. I'm not going to even make a joke. I just want to, this is coming in with all seriousness, and it's just like, hey, you're not Indian. And I do want to just read just one part with that in mind. Namaste Namaskar does not mean what's up. Having to say that, great.
Having to explain that.
Having to get someone to say that sentence. No, sir, I regret to inform you, it does not actually mean what's up. If you are to go to the origin, you will see that what's up was not invented until the Broken Lizard sketch when they were touring. Sir, I think you will find.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's funny because like this, I will say this. There's a few coconuts lobbed at me in this. A few, whitewashed Indians, kind of the sentiment of like this like anti ABCD.
That's our show.
Stance.
Yeah.
From some folks that I guess like Schmoogster consider themselves, more true Indians. And it does hurt the heart a little bit. You're like, it pings the imposter syndrome feeling, that I think some of us sort of, I guess biculturals have, when we don't really quite feel like we fit in either place. But this is what I expected, some of this, and I'm going to just weather it because I think it's just more interesting to kind of dive into these murky waters and sort of to sort it out and try to feel it out and figure it out as to what all this stuff does mean to me. And hopefully other folks will be along for that ride. It's kind of what
I understand that you're taking a higher road. I understand that you are attempting to what's up yourself internally.
Yeah.
Do you mind if me from the gutter down here take a shot real quick?
Please. By all means, you do you.
People are the least reliable folks when it comes to the origin of anything. Do you know how many emails I get on a daily basis of like, did you actually know that Taj Mahal invented the stars or something? Like it's all like we like are constantly. Did you know benches originally from India? Like
That's
anything
true.
Like no one made benches.
Space travel.
No one
the
made
big one is space travel.
We originally went. I don't think you know this. They won't say it. And you're like, first person land on the moon. Did you know Neil Armstrong? Actually Indian. Look it up. Look it up. Actually Indian.
He's a rishi from the Vedas, actually.
And it's two blurry pictures next to each other, and they go proof.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point. All right. Thanks, Gutter Man. Appreciate that. Can always rely on you. Okay.
About this, but
I'm going to give this.
We do. What's your rating on this?
We got to rate it.
Yeah.
We got to rate it. Why don't you rate first? You rate first.
I'm going to give this 9 schmooksters out of 10.
9 schmooksters out of 10. Oh, so high. So like the more is like it's really schmookstery. It's pretty schmookstery. Yeah, I'm going to give this 1 broken coconut out of 1,000. All right.
All right, here we go. I feel like saying "what's up" after my yoga class would be much more entertaining.
So, we got a lot of this. This was nice, like in part that's what I was hoping for. Now when I go to yoga class and at the end they say like, all right, let's all just say namaste together and we'll close the class, right? Namaste to everybody, whatever. I giggle a little bit now because I think of them saying like, let's all say what's up together. And it's just, that's what I hope. A lot of people were like, now I can't not hear what's up at the end of my yoga class. And that to me is success. I think I've succeeded.
You've moved. No matter what the origins of something are, culture should not stay stagnant. As folks who are Asian American, it's also our job to contribute to the Asian American culture. I feel like that's what you're doing. And I feel like if we can have one change, it's not, here's the root origin of this. It's not like, what's the unchangeable keystone? It's what can we change? And if we can have every yoga class from now on end on what's up because of you pulling us on deep, I feel like
or even one yoga class, frankly. I mean, if you hit that that real guttural was up, that really resonates in the Muladhara chakra.
Right there.
And I think that's gonna get you good. It's gonna really do some it's gonna do some aligning for you. I think I highly recommend. So I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give this 7 Omkars out of 10.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this 9 Melrose yoga class half hour looking for parking sessions out of 11.
And if you get those last 2, you get the 12th class free. And I'm just going to shout out. So that was from losing. Hold on. That was from losing the Lagniappe. Losing the Lagniappe. Thank you. And then down at the bottom of that, 1919 Susie Exolansis, which gets 1 million happy joys out of 1 million happy joys. Sandeep, your comedy tour, when? I am ready. So I just wanted to shout you out as well.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I mean, someday. I hope someday coming out of this. All right. Next.
Okay. Here we go.
And maybe
Buckle
last?
in.
Is this the last one?
I think
No.
we might
Is
have
this the last
one
one here?
more after this.
Oh, okay. All right. One more after this one.
All
Yeah.
right. Here we go. I don't have any good joke in my head. I don't have any good joke in my head. Let me ridicule Indian culture. Emoji. That's you. So that's supposed to be you. That, by the way, that's your thought
Got it.
process.
This
Just so
is
you know.
my internal
In case
monologue.
you,
Got it.
In case you didn't get it, in case you thought that was the person, it's actually you. Everyone in India means certain reverence when you say Namaste. Those who haven't experienced the profoundness of it don't hesitate to ridicule Indian culture. All caps there.
Yes.
Just holding Namaskar and saying it can bring a lot of tranquility in you. Just do it and see. And say what's up. And do you feel the same? Silly trends come and go. Don't distort the life-transforming methods and tools. Be responsible when you make jokes.
Be responsible when you make jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the sort of in the same theme of devaluing the spirituality of this, right?
Yeah.
That this person very upset. Maybe should hold Namaskar and bring a lot of tranquility to themselves. I think
That's the thing. Like,
before commenting,
feels
hold Namaskar and say it and
Yeah.
bring a lot of tranquility to self. It should be my response to this.
the energy of stop hitting yourself in a comment really is it is 100% like, hey, you idiot, have you ever thought about maybe being tranquil, huh? You fool.
Yeah. It's just funny, like, it's so funny to say. It's like the whole stand. It's just interesting to say that the angle of this joke was to ridicule Indian culture, because that was a lot of people commented about, like, you are making fun of Indian culture. And I felt like the target was not Indian culture, like, very obviously. Do you know what I mean? So it's like finding a way to be offended by something when, like, you were never the target of the joke at all. Like, I understand Celestia being upset and being like, dude, the actual derivation of Namaste is this. Like, it is this, and it is fair game for me to use this at the end of my class. Like, I would prefer that defense than someone coming from out of left field being like, what offends me about this is, this other random kind of take on. I don't know. It's interesting. People will find a way to be upset.
Yeah, I will say this person set themselves up for failure because they were like, run this test. Hold the Namaskar and see how it makes you feel. Now, hold
Should we
what's
run the
up.
test?
Let me run the test really quickly.
What's up?
God, I feel centered. I really do. I feel centered.
I feel tranquil. And I hope that the what's up lives long inside of you.
So I'm going to give this one 17 sighing emojis out of 27.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 4 eye rolls out of 8. So, yeah.
All right. And
Okay,
we've got one last one here. Lots of people using the word we got to retire. Here we go. Let's see here. This one's from you, right?
Yep.
All right. So, and really quickly, because what I'm thinking is, are we going to get rid of Namaste? are we going to replace it with what's up on the show?
Oh, is that our this versus that?
That's what I'm asking here. Because I think that might alleviate a lot of these comments for you,
true.
Sandeep.
Just to get rid of the word entirely.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let me quickly read this comment.
I don't know. I don't think I could do that to my bond.
You're already into such hot water. You can't. Okay, let's read. This one's from our good friend Sandeep here. Ready? Is it lame that I liked myself for the 13,000th time? Oh wait, no. Like myself for the 1300th like. So you rounded yourself out there.
I sure did. I saw $12.99 and I just couldn't hack it, and so I clicked. But I thought maybe the saving grace is if I comment and say, like, look, I know I did this. I don't feel good about it. And is this lame? I just wanted to know if it was lame.
That's so funny.
And so I'm asking you, Omar, and I'm asking chat, is it lame that I liked myself on my video to round myself out? Now, this is even before it really kind of took off. This was like,
right.
You know.
So you know how like people in comments usually say first?
Yeah.
You came in with 1,300th.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was that guy.
I will put in. We'll wait.
Why do they give you the ability? Why do they give you the ability to like yourself? Why is that even an option in any of the? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? That's easily programmable.
To give yourself to give yourself that boost, to give yourself that little. It's what you need.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're going to give me the option, I have to use it wisely. I got to use it in a good spot. And I feel like getting a round number or getting to 69 is probably a good spot.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, also numbers play a very important role in our culture. I don't know if you know this, Sandeep. So let me go ahead and just tell you, because I think that you guys wouldn't know. But yeah, numbers are very important. So I'm saying it's great that you did it.
Okay. All right.
That's my vote.
Great. And how do you rate the comment then?
I'm going to give you 1,200. I'm going to give you 1,299 out of 1,300 so you can be the one to put in that final vote.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give myself the 1 out of the last 1,300 there to round it out. That's perfect. And that ends our we read the comments and then comment on them section of the podcast. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
And your internet's doing a lot better. I'll say that your internet's real sexy right now.
Yeah, hopped off the 5 gigahertz there. So that's all it takes.
Nice.
Yeah. So folks, we're gonna try to make this a weekly segment. All Sandeep needs to do is go viral every week on a unique post. So the ball's in your court, but
okay, great. I hope they like me crying at an airport for content, because that's what it'll be tomorrow.
Well, it's been a hell of a week for you. So why don't we take the spotlight away and put it on our Desi of the Week? Here we go. This week, our Desi of the Week is Dr. Bhagat Singh Thind. Yes, right there.
Yes. Thind. I looked up his name. It's one of those aspirated T's. Thind. Yeah.
Yes. Really interesting figure in history. I'm very curious, folks in chat, or when you're listening to this later, for the folks enjoying the podcast, hit us up. Did you know about this doctor before we get into it? Was it something you learned about before? Is this an individual that has come up to you before? Please let us know, because I'd be very curious. We don't teach a lot of South Asian and South Asian American history in general. We don't have a lot of historical figures we can point to, so I'm really glad that this week we get to kind of focus on the doctor. But I'll let you take it up, Sandeep.
I was just going to say, so the reason why we focused on Doc Bhagat Singh Thind is because, in talking about sort of, racism, or whether we're Indian enough or whether we're American enough, and kind of, towing this line, it was, I think, important for us to highlight somebody who kind of broke through a lot of barriers.
Yeah.
And dealing with racism into a land that he immigrated to, and also fought for that land. So what's interesting about him, right? He was one of the first Asian Indian soldiers and the first turban Sikh to serve in the United States Army during the First World War. Thind came to the U.S. He came here for higher education, to become a spiritual teacher and a scholar. And then when America entered the war, he enlisted with the United States Army, and when the country entered the war in 1917.
Yeah. And afterwards, following his service in the military, Dr. Thind attempted to gain U.S. citizenship. Asian Indians were considered Caucasian at the time, and many of them obtained naturalization. Dr. Thind gained naturalization in 1920 through the U.S. District Court of Oregon. However, the Bureau of Naturalization appealed his naturalization on the grounds that he was not, quote unquote, white.
So, like, that's insane. Like, that's amazing. Like, right there. Like, they appealed outwardly in 1920, 100 years ago, on the grounds, just on the grounds that he ain't white enough.
Yes.
Like, he just not white. Like, that's amazing to me.
And did he accept it? Did he go like, good point, game recognized?
He's like,
game.
ooh, shit, I didn't see that one coming. I guess I'll duck out of this application. It's like, oh, wait, I guess. He did fight the appeal, actually. He did fight the appeal. And his case actually reached the U.S. Supreme Court. And in 1923, the case Bhagat Singh versus United States, the Supreme Court ruled, this is amazing, you guys, that the common man's definition of white did not correspond to Caucasian, and therefore he couldn't apply for naturalization. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. He lost the Supreme Court fight. And then, but I guess some years later, it doesn't really, I'm sure we could dig in a little deeper, but he did finally obtain U.S. citizenship in 1936 in the state of New York. So obviously different states with different Supreme Courts, I guess, he was able to kind of find a way in.
Yeah,
but
the thing that what's important, and I think it's tricky because it's like, oh, we lost, is that when you put forth a legal case, you set, depending on the conclusion of a court, precedent. You set a legal precedent, right? And so by bringing this case to light and taking it all the way to the Supreme Court, Dr. Thind set a legal precedent for then lawyers and civil rights activists and citizenship lawyers to use to open up the naturalization process for all people, not just our folks, but just people across the board, by pointing to this and being like, do you see how flimsy this is?
Because eventually when you're lifting Jim, or going back on Jim Crow laws and other stuff like that, you're eventually coming to the cases like this, and you're going like, well, this clearly can't pass any of the equality tests here. So, that's when precedent, gets reversed, I suppose. So he's interesting guy throughout his life. He published and lectured on the subjects of metaphysics, spirituality, and religion. I bet he's super fun to do shrooms with. Dr. Bhagat Singh Thind was a pioneer in being one of the first Asian Indians and first turban Sikh to serve in the U.S. Army, and then leading that fight for citizenship for Asian Indians. And as such, he is our Desi of the Week. So that is our show. As always, if you want to see our lovely faces and our VOD and all the other ways that you can hang out with us, all that information is in the show notes. Please rate and comment. That really does help, especially if you're on Apple. Please drop a review and a rating on there. Give us, 7 out of 6 brown rainbows, please. We really appreciate that. If you have other feedback, you could actually email us at abcdpodcastshow@gmail.com or hit up our EffinFunny Discord. Quick shout out to our sponsors, DesiQuest. Check that out. Go to DesiQuest.com. That's our TRPG that's going to be premiering at the end of the summer, we hope. Fingers crossed. We're in post-production now, so please go to DesiQuest.com to sign up for that mailing list, and we'll give you up-to-minute news about the show. And I don't have my guitar with me, so I'm just going to have to a cappella this baby.
Here we
go. So Omar, drop me that beat. Yes. Yeah. The last people that I'd like to thank are the Patreons who put money into our bank, which include Joshua, O'Ryan, Toby M. Carlo, Wuzak, Benjamin Lowe, and Brendan Pace, and Hunter P. Brown, Legion Toy 47, Miranda Hollinger, Vaden, Michael Long.
Amazing.
I was trying to get into that whisper rap at the end, the whisper rap.
That was incredible. I'm glad that we've preserved that, and we're gonna take that to the label later today.
Yeah, for sure. Make that your ringtone.
By Diego Lanao, the show's technical director, sound designer, and person watching over my internet from now on is Delvin Neville. The show's executive producers are Sandeep Parikh and Anand Shah. This is edited by Sean Meager. Our music is by Harshal Sisadai, Jasveer Singh,
I'm going to help you on
Malik
that.
Zabari. Pardon?
I'm going to help you on those names because it's the first time you're reading them.
Thank you.
It's Harshal Sisodia.
Thank you,
Jasveer
Harshal.
Singh. And my cousin,
What?
Molik Zaveri. Yeah.
Look at that.
He's a world-class tabla player, and don't believe that I didn't hear that he was a world-class tabla player every day that I was, through every day of puberty of my entire life. All right. This has been an EffinFunny production. On behalf of our host, and I guess we didn't have a win-loss on this, so I guess you would just retain the crown for next time. Our host, Omar Najam. I've been co-host Sandeep Parikh. We're off. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to have an interview next week, yeah, Omar? We're going to have an interview next week. We won't announce yet. We're not ready to announce that.
We won't announce yet. We'll do a little surprise. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a
surprise
reveal.
Special guest. It's going to be Omar. I'm going to be traveling, so I'm going to be out. But Omar is going to interview someone super great. You're going to love it. So until then, may your chakras be aligned and smothered in chutney.